I chose the Rosemont because I knew I wanted to bring in lots of natural elements into our wedding.
The backdrop of the venue was just so breathtaking.
I absolutely loved it. It was like the best day of my life by far.
The waterfall, and I think everybody just adores that. It's something so unique, and I couldn't find it at any other venue.
The barns in particular with the springs outdoors, it was just so romantic.
The most beautiful backdrop and a welcoming place for our guests.
I just knew like this was where I wanted to get married.
As a vendor, I can say that your wedding is going to be so awesome at Historic Rosemont. There's a reason that I came out here to film these testimonials today, and it's because Historic Rosemont is a place that deserves to be booked by brides. As a vendor, I appreciate venues that really take the time to invest in their couples.
I got married here in Rosemont at the Manor. I absolutely loved it. It was the best day of my life by far. Everything just went so well, and it was a pleasure working with Michael too.
We got to make it our home for the weekend, which really made it feel the most personal experience I've had, and my wedding party commented on how it felt like really we kind of gone into someone's home as opposed to a venue for the weekend.
Other venues that I reached out to, they ignored me or didn't respond, and Rosemont Springs emailed me back right away and was like, let's get you in for a tour tomorrow.
So when we came out to the site and saw the barns in particular with the springs outdoors, it was just so romantic.
My wedding could not have gone more perfectly. That is really up to having just a beautiful venue with helpful people around.
I had a really good feeling going into the day that I was just very assured all the questions they had asked had taken care of all the little details, and then on the day itself I saw how seamless everything worked together.
I was very anxious on my wedding day. However, leading up to that, my coordinator really helped me feel more calm about the day because we planned it all out. We had our last meeting and we wrote all the details in a document, and that really helped to calm my anxiety.
I would describe myself as relatively particular, and he was really happy to work with me and get everything just the way I wanted, and we had a really good time. And the whole staff is really wonderful, really responsive to not only me and my parents and my husband, but to all of our guests with any questions they might have had. We were just really happy that everyone always had a smile and was always willing to help, because it's obviously a very important weekend.
From the very first time that you step onto the grounds, you'll feel the difference. It's not just a business to them, it's not just a paycheck. They actually genuinely care about their couples, and we value that as a vendor team.
So we had a Sunday brunch wedding, which was non-traditional, and I rate it 10 out of 10 because they made our dreams come to life. We're brunch people, we love breakfast, and not all venues were willing to accommodate that and want to work with us to make that dream happen. So this place actually did, Historic Rosemont, and so I have to say 10 out of 10 because it was just amazing. I have no complaints.
Here it just feels so personal, so real and carefully planned. You just know that not only are they taking care of the details for the logistics, it's not quite as business.
So I was a bride on a budget, and I wanted to have a really gorgeous wedding. And that can be hard, but Historic Rosemont made it happen for me, and we were able to work around that. So whether you choose Historic Rosemont Manor or the Springs, you're getting a lot for your money. It just depends on what your priorities are. If you want your guests to stay and be able to be there all weekend, I would go with the Manor House, and you will not regret it at all. You have a good ceremony location here. You get a lot for your money. You don't have to decorate as much with, like I said, it adds up. Historic Rosemont Springs, you get to have more guests in there. You get a beautiful ceremony location, gorgeous chandeliers. I just say you can't go wrong with either location.
The backdrop of the venue was just so breathtaking. Seeing the sun and the light come through the trees as I walked onto the patio towards the springs. The background of the water trickling down the rocks as I saw my husband. It just created this perfect environment.
Look back at the weekend and I smile. It was beautiful from start to finish. So many of my guests reached out to me specifically afterward to comment on what a beautiful and happy and fun weekend we had. And I wouldn't change a single thing about our wedding weekend. It was just magical.
But even if you're out of state, it's a wonderful getaway experience that anybody can appreciate.
After getting ready, I can just vividly remember feeling the sun beating down on my shoulders because it was June and it was hot, but it didn't matter just because of how gorgeous everything looked. Like, I was just so blown away with how amazing the place was.
Everybody was excited to be around us, and just talking to the staff through every part. Everybody was enjoying the day. It was almost as if like they were a part of the party too, which I enjoyed.
The staff here put it all together while I was just getting ready, and I couldn't believe what I saw when I came out. Like, I could have not had this amazing dream wedding without them, honestly. It was amazing.
So if you're looking for the best venue in the area with beautiful scenery and a historic value, I highly recommend that you go check out the website and book yourself a tour at the historic Rosemont Springs in the historic Rosemont Manor.